tell you today, huh? Okay. Just making sure my controller's actually hooked up. Okay. Every now and then, you know. Because way back in the day, I remember when I was younger seeing, you know, around post-2000 when you know, decent enough internet to, like, load pictures quickly. You know, you'd see, like, you know, back then, I don't know, ROM hack wasn't even a term that I saw much around. It was usually something along the lines of, bootleg is what you'd usually hear. You know, you'd see stuff that was just sprite replacements. It's like, here's Sonic and Mario, or something like that. And you'd be like, oh, okay, that's, you know, you sort of get used to that. You'll still see things like that. You know, where it's just, oh yeah, it's fairly easy to just swap models around these days, and you can just put models for some things in other things. You know, I'm sure it'd take me like a minute to learn how to do it, but still. You know, and then gradually you start seeing what people are capable of when they're really invested, and it becomes hugely impressive. And look, that stays the same even if the end result is not something I'd personally engage in. Much to my surprise, it didn't have, like, it didn't search up. Like, there's no launch box entry for it, which that actually does surprise me, because this is the sort of thing that, like, the, you know, MLP fanbase would normally be on. Because I know that there is box art for it. Like, people have, like, made their own box art and shit. Alright, come on, pull Duchess. That sucks. Did it die? Not fish, or did it just, like, you know, is it temporary carcass? And so we have a full overhaul of Earthbound into EquestriaBound. This isn't just putting the horses in. It's a complete... there's dialogue and story and shit. And I find that just impressive. You know, like, that's a lot of effort to go to. Still impressed. I don't know what this means. I'm completely unfamiliar with any, you know... Alright, did they just leave that in there? Good old plane. I don't know what these things are called. Do they not have, like... Okay. Because I don't want to name them. Don't do that. Okay, so there's just like... Watching My Little Pony or watching this game? What's is Zalu her name? I don't know these things. Can't argue with Pee-wee. I forgot how much of the start of this game is like a psych profile. Beam? Yeah, Beam. You know, I'm just gonna pick Beam for that one. Yeah, sure. I mean, you don't have to switch to Windows 11. I don't plan to at all, because I'm not fucking, you know, buying 5 new computers, which I, you know, apparently need to do. I mean, I get the feeling they're going to have to walk back an awful lot of this. You know, they're going to have to go, okay, here's a way you can upgrade it for chips that don't have that thing that we want you to have. Because you can work around it. I just don't want to have to. Apple. Well, the bronies get hate for being, you know, a lot of the time stupid weird creeps. Is that one meant to be munted? Like, any obsessive fucking fan base. Did I just put on a saddle? What is that? Is that like a hot air balloon? Okay. I gotta work out, like, who's what character and whatnot. I mean, you know, for me it comes down to, do you have a personality or are you using... It will not stop me. I'm some kind of horse. Well, I mean, self-identification helps. Demon Eye, like, you know. What are you about? I mean, all else aside, fuck Earthbound's a good game. What's blank flank things? I mean, if you're... Again, that's another one of those... Because, you know, you get to these categorical discussions, which I generally don't enjoy because categorical arguments are where stupid people go to say the dumbest things like it's intelligent. But, like, you know... I don't have my personality tramp stamp. Oh, okay, so is that a thing? Alright. It's interesting that they engaged that, because I, like, again, you know, I'm 42, so my memory of, like, My Little Pony is probably, like, the old, like, whatever the fucking ancient version of the cartoon was. Like, I can't even remember what company did that. Now I gotta remember how to get up to the fucking... Meteor... Oh, God, where is that? I can't remember if it's like there's just a fucking thing I gotta find, or if there's like a whole... The fucking... Alright. Oh, I know Hasbro owned the toy rights. I mean, which company specifically did the cartoon? Because... You know, I'm guessing it was... Whatever did the recent one... Probably didn't exist back in like 1982. Yeah, I mean, that's another one of those things that, like, the idea of, you know, oh yeah, it's your little fucking flank thing that tells you what you're good at or whatever. Sounds quaint, and then it's just like, yeah, it's also kind of strangely authoritarian. Do I have to talk to someone again? God, I can't remember. I do have to go home. It was Sambo. Okay, yeah. Now, Sambo also did, like, Transformers and stuff. That's... I thought it was probably Sambo, but, like, I fucking... There were a few getting around there. Part of the back of my head, I kept thinking, maybe it was a Hanna-Barbera. Who wants a body massage? Oh, body massage. I think Hanna-Barbera was Josie and the Pussycats. That is a very annoying knock, munch face. I appreciate your opposition to that knock. The fuck? Because it's one of those things where just... Like, you know, every time I see, like, kids just on BMX bikes, my brain goes, who wants a body massage? And then, that's funny. But also, like, that's now just some 20-year-old dumb internet video, and they're not gonna know, and, you know, I'd arrest me if I saw that. Yeah, there's a guy just laughing to himself, offering children body massages. I'd be like, you probably should tackle that guy. Just, you get some shit sorted out. The body massage. Alright, it is saddlebags. Okay. Yeah, go! Also, what kids are gonna ramp a fucking downed power line? Like, he's just fucking stupid. Okay. Aren't I supposed to get some kind of fucking... Fatlocks! Why is a spare envelope a weapon? That's another... This is just going to be filled with bits and bobs that I don't quite understand. Pork chop sandwiches! See, that one you can say. No one's going to yell at you for pork chop sandwiches. I'm good. Alright. Well, don't ask if you're gonna say that there's no choice. Yeah, you know? Headcannoned? Don't give him the stick. I mean, Earthbound's such a beautiful and weird game. Like, just the fact that your dad's just this distant voice on the phone is such an amazing little thing. The fence-to-film G.I. Joes were really fucking funny. The belching contest was annoying because it took ages to download on, like, a fucking 36.6K modem. Okay. To the runaways. Throw, like... Okay, I think just throwing the letter at it is just how I attack. Okay. I've got some kind of magic, apparently. Oh, that's good. Always need the fucking life up. Fuck off. Is this a... Like, I don't recognize that. That looks like a... This has to be like a fucking... You know... My Little Pony thing. Oh, it's, you know... So I got 10. How much does that... Oh, fuck me. Half my shit. Another fucking stupid dog. I'm not surprised, no. I think pretty much every single one of you is some kind of, like, baffling, degenerate failure in one direction or another. And it does not surprise me at all that at least one or two of you is well aware of, like, deep tissue pony lore. That thing fucking crippled me. Fuck you, you fucking dog. 26, fuck you. God, you forget how, like, this, like, especially, like, the Mother, like, that is such a harsh fucking RPG. That is old 8-bit RPG. Fuck you. I do recommend, like, there's ROM hacks from, I can't remember what those things do. Are they enemies or what? Fuck it. Oh no, they're the health things, aren't they? I think just MP. Hey, fuck you. I love the quail snake. There we go. Alright. Iwata didn't die for this. I'm gonna sell that dog to some kind of dog-kicking factory. Yeah, sure. Yeah, nightmare, dream, the future. You're a bee or something now, you know. I mean, it's My Little Pony. I think everyone here is some kind of pony. Even the bees. Fucking pokey. Alright. Don't know what that is, but it looks sad. Alright. Oh, thank God for the magic barriers, man. Like, what's Sombra? Isn't that the fucking girl from, like, Overwatch or some shit? And the funny thing is, this is like a 10-year-old mod, too. It's the truth. The truth, I tells you. I gotta take you next door, don't I? To your fucking houses. It's my fault. No, but... You know, I'd say the funny thing about this is the thing that's really wearing on me is all the horse puns. No. Nice try. You're not gonna fucking owl me, you sons of bitches. Alright. Yeah, there we go. Photorealistic horse fetus. You know, the funny thing is like, given like what I've seen of like some of the weirder edges of the bronies, I think there's a good possibility that that's just what it is. Ah, fuck you. There are lizards that look like this in Australia, but they have, like, legs, you know? It's not just a tube with, like... Stop biting me. Yeah, I feel like it should have, like... more in the way of enemy redesigns. You know, I will say that's because it's the you know, the thing on the website said it was like an overhaul, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Which to me will usually involve like a little bit more in terms of sprite work, but I mean, look, you know, that's a lot of horses that they added. Is it? I wonder what 3's gonna be like. Isn't Pinkie Pie like the main character or some shit? Like, I get the feeling like I'm playing as like either, you know, someone's, you know, OC or like weird deep lore characters or some shit. God a shit! Impure motives. What if I just purely want to crank it on the summit, huh? Can my desire for the impure be pure? I mean, that's just like... Okay, right. So that's the main character who's just like, I don't know, working at the library here for some reason. It's Conan O'Brien. Alright. What the fuck? Never mind. You know what? I don't want to talk to anything in here. Oh, she's the librarian in the show. Alright, well, fair enough, though. Why is there one just off by themselves? Like, that's... Ow, my fucking eyes! Became tame is such a weird fucking, you know, term. I gotta remember this game, like, doesn't like you, you know, at a fundamental level. Okay. Oh, look, fuck off. I want 1 minute where I'm not being pestered. Alright, well, what's in here, then? Chuckles? Isn't that Mr. Rossetti or some shit? He touched my bum! Yeah, don't let the security guards touch your bum. Which is that thing? Ah, oh, God. Didn't we find, like, didn't someone write, like, a really long Yahtzee and Equestria thing? Fucking Yahtzee and Equestria, that's so fucking funny. It really bothered him too. That and the fan art. Oh, I hope there's like overt horse porn in this, without a doubt. You know, the weirder shit that they can like put into this, the better. Fucking horses. Okay, is this the... I don't think this is it. Okay. What are you about? Oh. Yeah, all that stuff really got to him, which I just found tremendously funny. None of this world feels like it's designed for hooves. You know, they're not good for constructing or using tools. Yeah, I mean, that's always, like, never tell the internet what bothers you, and also, like, you know, what bothers you should require effort on the part of the people bothering you, you know? Isn't Pinkie Pie the horse, though? How are there swarms of her? What happened? Oh, yeah? Shit. I thought you were gonna stop me, huh? Where were you then? Ah, just behind your desk, you fucking poser. I mean, magic would make, you know, some kind of telekinesis would make tool building easy, but also it would forego the need for tools. You know, and then the development that comes from, you know, learning to apply conscious thought and will to the world. Like, you know, the development of all this stuff, you know, works sort of together. Oh, that's right, there are just weird enemies in the streets, I forgot about. I really get the feeling I'm just beating up, like, stupid children. That's why we have this. Did I just get absolutely fucking shellacked by a special needs child? Because I feel like that's what happened. Stupid babies. They really are. Is this an enemy? No. Okay. Alright. That's the game telling me that I have to beat in order to beat up children, I need some kind of stick. Which is such a video game thing to do. You know, like, you should really do it with your bare hands. Alright, no, I don't want that. Oh, wait. Didn't someone give me money? Oh, yeah. Let me overdraw, goddammit. I'm in a pinch. I know. Come on in. Okay. Is the bulk rate box supposed to be like a weapon? I cannot fucking remember enough of Earthbound to remember what's in these spots. I'm guessing the most expensive thing is like... Hey, alright. Alright, so like I'm a delivery thing, so everything's like delivery based. I'm starting to get that vibe. How much money have I got? Yeah, so enough. A male pony, I don't... Alright, no, okay. I managed to survive that sentence. Alright. What's that doing for my fucking health? 6? I need more health. I can't fight, like, you know, tarred children with 6 health. They'll win. Never underestimate them. Don't eat garbage bin, fucking... Fucking eating... The thing is, that's what a horse would do. If a horse smelled like fucking something like a cupcake in a fucking garbage can, that fucking thing would just... Yeah, that protein joke was an unforced error. I will say this is fucking... There is no taming obsessed fanboys. I mean, you can injure them. Proceed. Well, this one's my fault. I'm not gonna bother trying to just fucking hit it with a rock. There we go. Yeah, look, didn't even take any damage that time. I can now use a large box to bash fanboys in the skull. Good life choice. Are you an enemy? I can't... This is the problem, is like, you can kind of tell what the enemies were. And I'm beginning to think that I can't talk to those things, you know? I think they're gonna fucking, like, just go bonkers on me or something. Yeah, like that. Like, I'm not sure what's happening there. Protein. Oh, what the fuck? I couldn't even move! Just... These things have faces that make me feel guilty for hitting them. The obnoxious fanboy made something spin around. I'm sort of worried about what that is. Okay. No. Look at it. Bash it in the head. kind of reminds me of that little, like, you know, super shrunk. Well, I'm gonna beat something. Ow! Thank God my fucking MP went up. I'm gonna need that shit for healing. Goods. Just it's fundamentally kind of sad. Like, just the fact that when you, like, you know, you hit it, it just falls down. It's just like, alright. Yeah, I kind of remember. Like, the thing is, though, I feel like I'm, like, kind of beating things a bit easier than... Alright. You know, like... I feel like I'm a little higher... It's important to accept yourself. I mean, look, what I'll do is I'll just... do the old save state. And then go pick a fight I'm probably not leveled for. They all look kind of munted. You know? It's all animals with concussion damage. Like, and that must happen. You know, you've got a brain that could probably get concussed. It's like how there's tigers with Down syndrome, you know? If I can remember, what does hypnosis even do? I think it's meant to put him to sleep or something, isn't it? Stop doing shit to me. Oh, fuck you. Ow. Ow! This feels a lot easier than actual Earthbound. There was a what? Ah, I forgot this thing. Ow. Oh fuck, god damn it, I tried to... No! I got robo-ursed. What lesson is that teaching the children? Where'd you come from? Fuck you. I always hated that in this game where you'd be like, alright, I'll fight that thing. And then from just miles off, here comes an extra enemy to make your life hard. Special present? All this fucking shit is just... Fuck off. I'm gonna kill your little brother, and then I'm gonna kill you. Son of a bitch! I swear to fucking God. Die, 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 die. That was too many enemies in a row, man. Fuck off. Yeah, they're just those weird people who want to hug. You know? Piss off. Fighting stray dogs. And that one ad is an awful lot like Goodner. Just want to touch your skin. Ah, fuck off. I've been molested. Stop shouting. Oh, God. Alright. I think we've reached the end of what My Little Pony Friendship is Tragic can teach us. It's interesting, because that was a lot of work, but I don't think enough work, really. Like, it's 10 years ago work is what it is. You know, in order to really get that to sort of be, I think, ultimately worthwhile, because it is still just a reskin. There's a lot has gone into it for a reskin, and like actual sort of shifts to the dialogue's good, but it's still just a reskin. Because just like running around and then just kicking these creatures in the head, and then just the sprite art they had for the horses just made me, you know, it's like it's kind of an innate thing. You know, you see the fucking Down syndrome physiognomy, and it's just like, okay, like, you know, it triggers that. You gotta treat this person a little differently, bit in your head. And I'm getting that from those horse sprites, man. Especially when one of them just yells. It's like, it's wearing Earthbound skin. Which is a shame, because Earthbound is a fantastic game. There's kind of there's a few reduxes floating about, but there's one I have wanted to play for Mother that sort of just cuts out, you know, some of the grinding that the period was known for, which is good, because I'm 42 years old. I'm not playing a game that expects me to just wander around battling to level up, because they couldn't fit much content onto the fucking cartridge. Fucking just... That thing with the kind of off face is yelling. Hit it. I don't feel good about that. Yeah, and like the fact that they just fall over. Like, the thing with the kind of wrong face is shouting and falling over. Hit it. What kind of lesson is that imparting to the youth? God, I haven't played Lisa in years. That's like 10 years old now, isn't it, as well? That's another fantastic game. Still never forget falling off a cliff for the first time. Just being like, alright, this is how it's gonna be. Bash him in the head. You're not gonna make it worse. You might make it better. You know? Sometimes brain damage does weird things, like people can get their accent changed. Maybe, just maybe, just square her up and donk them on their head just right, just on the right angle. Medicinal donk to the fucking head. Get them to just snap out of this whole thing. I feel like I should have just done the fucking translation of that Saturn visual novel. Oh well. At least it's done. You know, that's important. It's done. We got to talk about Yahtzee and Equestria a little bit, which is always worthwhile. Yeah, the cure for it is to get them kicked again by the mule. What kicked their mother in the first place, you know? That's it. That would have counted as, like, a cure back in the day, too. Back in the ancient times. Yeah, what is it? Securitazen? Alright, let's see, what else we got? Fire Emblem, the Hag in White. I'm not good at the strategy, you know, the tactical games. So many of the, like, popular ROM hacks are just all Pokemon things, though, and I don't really care. Yeah, I do have to do an Akai Day. Some more good stuff floating around. I mean, the work gone into ECW, even this very, very, early stage, is still so fucking good. Like, those barbed wire matches are great. I'm really looking forward to, there was a bit of a problem getting the tables to work where you could roll the enemy on them and have them not kind of, like, fuck up other shit. So basically, like, Randy's getting it to work as, like, basically a grapple while holding the table. And, like, fine, I'll take it. Is fighting his magic a fucking Mugen? Oh, it's an original, right. I mean, I'm not opposed to having, like, some Mugens on here, even though they're technically not ROM hacks. I might look at Junkoid, actually. Because I do want to have a little bit more of an explore of the kind of overhauls, because, like, translations are great, and I think translations are probably, broadly, the more important element of what's going on with, like, ROM hacking, just because there are so many really good fucking, games that just never got, just weren't available to anybody outside of Japan, And then even when you can get them, it's like, well, they're all in Japanese. So, yeah, I might actually, let's for 5 seconds just, we'll have a little looky-loo. Because I know I got Junkoid and Super Junkoid here already. Let's break out the old BitDo NES. Because there are some fantastic fucking Metroid ones. Like, oh god, what is it? Metroid, like Life Force or something? Oh, okay, whatever, I got it in there somewhere. Alright, where are you? Nope, incorrect. Hey, Darkseid for the NES. It's weird Darkseid for the NES has a fucking launchbox thing, but like... EquestriaBound doesn't. Christ, what was I looking for? My fills are wearing off now, I can't remember. Junkwood, that's it. So this is what I mean, like, people will, you know... Make little... Look at that. And look, a little box art for it. Night Slashes isn't a hack. Night Slashes is a Beats of Rage. And again, that's another one of those things that's in that category where I probably should, you know, do like a Beats of Rage and a, you know, Metroid, not a Metroid, a Beats of Rage and a Mugen thing. Actually, is the manual didn't I wasn't looking. Is the manual in the whatever the fuck? Yeah, where are we? Alright, it doesn't look like the manual's there. I might look into seeing the manual because I want to know what the fucking plot of this thing is. You know, I mean that'll be worthwhile looking at. Like, the thing about them's fighting herds is the style of fighting game it was just so outside of my wheelhouse, I just don't really have a meaningful fucking perspective on it. Like, you know, I just don't really play those, like, hyper, you know, anime ones. I just don't care for them. I remember the lamb. I mean, I've done some... Oh, actually, there is a fucking Super Mario Adventure 3. That, I just remembered that existed. I might do that Monday, actually. I might do that next week, Super Mario Adventure 3. It's tremendously impressive. Alright, so that's a good... A good place to go. Alright. I'll get off my ass Wednesday and actually do the wrestling things, just because, you know. Zombies Ate My Roguelike, yeah. There are a few interesting, because I think someone developed an easy, like, kind of like a dev tool for Zombies Ate My Neighbors hacks. Like, there are a few of those. There's like one for, you know, where you could just, it's just easy to move tiles around sort of thing. Like, I think there's an Alex Kidd one, there's a Metroid one, like, one's for Metroid games. I've only been able to hear it as Zombies Gaped My Neighbors for years, though, so that's kind of, like, just in there forever. I mean, I don't want to play really like a roguelike of Zombies Ate My Neighbors, but I have very fond memories of those two games. It's like Zombies Ate My Neighbors, then there's, like, a sequel that doesn't sound like it's a sequel, but it is. I can't remember the name. It's like Monsters or some shit. But I think next week we'll do... Mario Adventure. I think maybe like just a, you know, a little side quest deal of doing some stuff to do with like a open bore, because there are a few really good open bores, but they're just, again, like they're not exactly like they're very outside of like what a ROM hack is really, you know. So I don't know. We'll do Wrestling Wednesday. Have a little look at some of the good ones that are out, and you know, some of the... Because, I mean, one of the hassles is you do have to get a hold of a very specific version of, like, well, not version exactly, but format of the ROMs. Like, they've really got to be in Z60, like, specific Z64 formats, and that can be annoying. But once you get one of them and just make a copy of it and just leave it somewhere. Ghoul Patrol, that's it. Yeah, it doesn't, like, that's the thing, like, the zombies ate my neighbors. It's like, oh, okay, cool. And then Ghoul Patrol, and that sounds like a completely different fucking game. Like, you know, it could just be Zombies Ate My Neighbors too, Ghoul Patrol. It's like, alright, now I know that. Like, if you see the game side by side, it's like, alright, yeah, there's obviously fucking related, but, like, still. Alright. So, have a little look at some wrestling on Wednesday. Probably do Mario Adventure 3 on Monday. I'll have to set aside some open bore time, though, because there's a lot of fun. Some of the games are a little simple, some are a little samey, but that doesn't really mean, you know, bad. Like, you know, samey's an issue when you play as much of them as I do. I mean, I will stand by the Night Slashers X, though. It has, particularly some of the recent character additions, like, there's like one of the characters from Saturday Night Slam Masters has been added to it, and like, there's an Ash character in there as well, and they're kind of incomplete, you know, which is sort of a bummer. But, like, the main three characters are complete and are quite good, and it's an example of, like, what some of these, that and, like, the Streets of Rage remake. Like, they're examples of what, like, you know, there's like a fairly piss-weak Night Slashers, you know, HD remake. And, I mean, Streets of Rage 4 is good. But, I mean, these things are always going to be competing with some really impressive, like, fan-made games that were sort of built around open bore. So, I don't know. Get a hold of those at some point. I think that's about it. We recorded last week, so there should be Ever Felt Like This on the way. Some other stuff coming up. I think some of the, whatever they're called, Toe Jam and Earls have finally gone up, which is nice. Because it's a weird game. It's not like I'd go out of my way to play them, but like once you're playing them, they're very engaging, you know, because it's just, they're very mechanical in a way that sort of, you know, when you, especially if you've got somebody else there, it's like, alright, we're working together, and that kind of really makes it. So keep an eye out for those. I think that's everything. Alright. So I'll see you probably Wednesday, and until then, entertain your fucking selves.
I'm normal! I'm normal! I'm normal! I'm